pads that I'll go along with socks. But I'm sure if we hear enough applause, we'll get Cameron Harrison some short shorts and some long socks. We'll try to make that happen. Right? We got Ethan Young skating for Waltz. Great mix of old school, new school tech.
Sit down, get ready. Ooh. Oh no! Want to be as steady as possible.
Up is Nick Ballou from Utah, showing us how it's done. Skate for Moonshine Skateboards. Fancy footwork with a nice gym.
Yeah,
maybe trying to get it around to Casper too. Yeah, let's get Andy Anderson. Andy Anderson traveling all the way here from California with the smoothest, slowest monster walks I've ever seen.
So good.
Now, most freestyle skateboards that you've seen are fairly small. They're like 7.5 inches by like 29. Really stiff trucks, skid plates on the front and back that'll help you perform some of the tricks. Andy Anderson essentially skating on the board that he skates all the time, all different kinds of terrain. It's an all-terrain board that's made for everything.
That's cool.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I got to put thought to Andy here too. What you're seeing is freestyle skateboarding, basically the roots of how skateboarding started. I'm sure you've seen Andy's new video. If you haven't, check it out. This guy is insane. But this guy's skateboarding is from the flatland. He's one of the best freestyle skateboarders in the world, but also one of the best street and tranny skaters. Kind of unheard of. So if you're in the area, come on over and check this guy out.
Love that. Yeah, Andy.
Andy kicking an old school.
Saving it, yeah.
Just some frontside 360s. Back up is Nick Ballou.
From Utah.
Love that. Yeah.
We need some tunes, Terry.
It's amazing.
I requested tunes. There's a.
Can you sing for us, Terry?
We're gonna have some karaoke later.
Yeah, Nick. Hey, you guys come on over and check this out. Don't get to see it too often.
Oh!
Having us here for
Both sides.
Pretty important to us in the freestyle community.
That truck flip right there was called a carousel. Oh, just missing out on that gymnast plant a little bit. Big round of applause for Nick Ballou coming up. Ethan Young. Ethan Young's got a brand new graphic on Waltz Skateboarding. Waltz Skateboard's owned by Mike Osterman, the master. Always helping people out and supporting the freestyle community. If you're in the United States and California, next week there is the Waltz US Open in California. It's the next big freestyle contest. If you're not really sure where freestyle's at, freestyle's actually pretty big. So freestyle had a big boom in the 80s, and then a little bit dark in the 90s, but the freestyle community kept it going underground. And probably within the last 15 years or so, there's been a lot of freestyle contests popping up. Big international contests in Japan, Brazil, United States, Canada, Europe, Germany. New contests in Spain, Netherlands, Romania, France. But, freestyle contests all over the place, so it's never too late to pick up a freestyle board and learn some tricks. This is Orson Mary from White Rock, BC. Coming all the way out.
The announcer is
He
really kind.
won the amateur division, the World Roundup last year. Gymnast.
Yeah, what you guys are watching here too is called Freestyle Skateboarding. Again, it's the roots of
It's just a
skateboarding.
friendly jam.
And you don't
It's
get
more-
to see this too often.
it's way more of a demo than a
At
contest.
all at any kind of major skateboard event in the world. This is very underground. Give you an example. There might be 10 to 15 freestyle skateboarders in Canada altogether. Orson represents Canada at all the big events and one of the best. in the
Always
world
loved it
as a
also.
sponsored amateur.
Freestyle was lame.
Nice
They
run
said
there,
it.
Orson.
Freestyle had it did.
Who is next up? Oh,
Little
Mr.
less
Andy
popular.
Anderson.
Let's go, Andy.
First Canadian
Love him.
Olympian
Love
in
that.
Tokyo. This
Yeah,
guy
going
has
dark.
changed skateboarding, you guys. For those of you who
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
skateboarding, he has changed it. Not
Yeah!
only what you're witnessing here, what he can do on the flat, which most people don't get to see.
Going forward,
This
going
guy, check him out
backward.
online as far as tranny skating, street skating. He's one of the
Yeah,
best in the
Andy!
world. This new video just came out last week. It's incredible.
That was
it's a
amazing.
game-changing video in our industry.
Wow, the original Mullen from the 80s.
Oh,
There's a lot of harsher words.
You notice the difference
Oh, I
too,
get
right?
you, I
He rides
feel
a
you.
regular board, like a bigger board, his own model.
He's trying to
And the
stay
other guys
friendly
ride
and
quite a bit
open to the
smaller
public,
board.
I
But
guess.
just like this, let's hear it. I mean, this guy has changed skateboarding, you guys.
Yeah,
It
Andy!
is friggin' amazing. Think how smooth he is. This is very, very difficult to do.
Busting out frontside 360s. Keeping it old school. Not a lot of people spinning like this guy.
Yeah,
Keep the action
Andy!
going. Who is up next? Going back to Nick Ballou from Utah. Skate for Moonshine Skateboards. That's called a flamingo, sticking one foot out. That trick was invented by Mr. Kevin Harris and named by Mr. Monty Little. That's
I can't
right.
believe it's still done today.
It's
Amazing.
still done.
I'm so honored to skaters around the world.
Kevin
The
Harris
skaters aren't
invented the
wearing the short
flamingo.
shorts and the long socks you were, but they're honoring you by doing your tricks, right? Yeah, that's what they do. I think you, Kevin, you should bring back the short shorts, long socks look.
I think Andy should because he's got that level.
Everyone's
Andy wears it, everybody
but
wears it.
everything's retro now, right? You could, we can get you some short shorts. We'll make it happen.
Kevin is a legend.
Yeah.
Nice.
We just missed it.
Oh, super hard trick.
He's gonna go for one more. The floor's nice and grippy here. Oh, one more, Nick. One more. I know you got it in you.
Nice.
Yeah!
Think how hard that is.
You and
you
Andy
guys.
super.
He's gonna get
Yeah!
that one. Give him a few minutes. It's gonna come back. Next up, Mr. Ethan Young. That's called a cocoa wheelie. So just for the new school skaters, you might be familiar with the primo position. You notice he's not sliding on the rail of the board. He's only balancing on the two wheels. So that's called a cocoa wheelie. Getting some fancy footwork with spacewalks. Just missing that little flip. Catch the catch.
A lot of you witnessing this too are going, I didn't know you could do all this stuff on the flat. Normally you get to see the vert skating, the Tony Hawk type of stuff, and the street skating. So this is
Oh!
that quite a bit by
Fancy footwork.
making it more visible out there. That was a fun
Yeah, Nolly 540
I
shows.
love the story with this guy. When I met him a couple years ago, he told me he was going to go into his first contest in the beginner category. I was like, there's no way. You're way too good for the beginner. So he went into the sponsored amateur category, competing with freestylers from all around the world, and won his first contest. Very first contest ever, he won. Then he went to Europe, and he placed first in that a couple months later.
And at that point, he'd only been skating freestyle for about 4 years.
Yeah.
Orson's known for his like super smooth style, flowing, being able to skate to music, and he's working on his technical trick difficulty.
Oh!
Almost catching
I'm
that.
just going to bring out Andy for 1 minute here because I just want to explain something to you. I'm just going to give you a little bit of history here. Andy and I have done demos all over the place together. He is one of the most popular skateboarders on the planet. Andy, just come out here for a second. I just want to show you how skateboarding has changed over the years. So back in the day, and he is one of the best skateboarders in the world, he's the only guy in the street skating world, in the tranny world, that can do any of these. You bring all the best skateboarders in the world, nobody can do these tricks. Okay? That's a big thing to learn. So back in the day, what determined how good of a skateboarder skateboarder you were before the ollie. The ollie's when you lift up that board, right? He's gonna spin. Watch how many times he spins around. And this is how it used to be as skateboarding was started in the 60s and 70s, was how many times you could do this. We'll do one spin first. It's called the 360. Again, this is before the ollie was invented. Now he's going to show you how many you can actually do. One of the few guys on the planet who are a street skater, trying to skate. There's nobody else that can do this stuff.
Uneven ground.
So that determined how good of a skateboarder you were back in the day. If you could do 10, you were one of the best in the city. If you could do 100, you were one of the best in the world. Only 6 people in the entire world have done over 100. Okay? So what was that? And I'm one of those people.
Just a little bit of clarification. You're looking at Kevin Harris, who is not only a Bones Brigade legend, but he holds the world record for two-board 360s, 1,032 spins on 2 boards. That's a world record that has not been broken to this day.
So before I let Andy just bust out all the stuff, this is what changed skateboarding history forever. It was the invention of the ollie. You know who it was invented by? Rodney Mullen, who was a freestyle skateboarder, which you see here. So freestyle has the roots of where skateboarding is today. If it wasn't for Rodney Mullen, every street skater out there, he would not exist. Okay, because he invented this trick. The next trick is called the ollie. 1984, Rodney Mullen invents this.
I would technically say Alan Gelfand from Florida invented the ollie on vert, but Rodney Mullen brought it to street.
So let's get a big
I agree with that. Love the precision.
Okay, that changed skateboarding. Right there, that trick. And every skateboard court now is designed because of that trick. So I'm going to shut up now and let's let Andy bust this stuff on these guys. Let's do this.
Exactly, yeah. I love the precision.
So Kevin, back in the day, did people drive down the street and yell, "Do a 360"? Like,
There was no cars.
There was no cars.
There was no cars.
It was 1890.
Everyone was in their short shorts and long socks, but there was no cars.
The dinosaurs have just got it.
I got it.
Oh!
Andy's busting out some, I think that was a flamingo or endovers. He's doing a bit of a tuck knee G-turn, which is crazy. You can do G-turns at all, try and do them tuck knee.
Okay. I got one try on this.
I mean, it counts.
He made it, but he didn't make it.
Yeah. Oh!
Turning it negative.
That was amazing.
Let's get Nick out there and Ethan one more time. Let's do this, guys.
Nice.
I think we got time for...
Big air walk flat.
We started a little late here,
Yes,
so...
we're good to go.
We got about 5 minutes.
Air walk
We can
deep.
squeeze in an extra run or two for each skater. And just so you, a little bit of, not so much history, but if you're into modern freestyle skateboarding competition, amateurs, rookies usually get a 1-minute routine to do whatever they want. Skating to a music, a choreographed routine that they create. If you're an amateur skateboarder, you might get a minute and a half. If you're a pro level freestyler, you get 2 minutes. So I want to put that out there as a challenge to any street or transition skater. Try to skate for 2 minutes and not fall at all.
Yes.
When you skate for filming, you can try a trick 100 times.
You might
and get
be.
that line. But when you're in freestyle, you're skating in front of a giant crowd, trying to skate for 2 minutes and not make a single mistake. That's super tough. This is Orson Mary from White Rock, BC. Rolling 360 finger flip.
Does this guy make it look easy or what? He's one of the smoothest skateboarders I've ever seen in freestyle. He makes everything look so fun and so easy.
Backwards face locks. And into forward face locks.
Love
It's called
that.
a gymnast plant finger flip.
Double flip
finger flip.
easy.
Yeah.
Half that flip. Oh!
Back to back. Oh!
With the extra
Orson's been
flip.
working on those Bebop with a finger flip, and then also trying them as doubles. Trying them with a double finger flip.
Oh no!
Good job, Orson. Who's up next? Mr. Ethan Young. Oh! Let's do Ethan Young. Let's do Ethan Young.
Ethan!
Fancy rail to rail. See, the modern skaters, Kevin, call that primo, but it's actually not primo. That all got messed up by Tony. You know who I blame? Tony Hawk. It's true. The Tony Hawk games messed up skateboarding for a generation. So when you're on the edge of the board like that, that actually came from freestyle. It was called going into a rail stand position. And they named it primo because Primo Desiderio was a freestyler who did them. So I completely blame Tony Hawk.
Primo's the name of a guy? Good to know.
Again, what you're watching, everybody gather around here, you're watching Freestyle Skateboarding. Brought to you by some of the most amazing skateboarders. You're watching Ethan Young right now out of Portland, Oregon.
Did not know Primo was a guy.
Nice job, Ethan. One more, Nicolou. One more for Nicolou. Let's give a big round of applause, everybody. Get behind him.
Primo Desiderio and Diane Desiderio were freestyle legends.
Is it a thingy?
Thanks for letting me
There.
know.
Oh! He got the thingy.
Wait, that's called the thingy?
I don't know if I even, there's a name.
Yeah! Double in, double out.
Stand, flip out.
Nice!
Yeah, hang ten bebop.
Killing it. We got one more. How about Andy? One more for Andy?
Called it Primo
This can
before
explain
video game, but it
again
was
one
called a
more
rail
thing for
stand.
people watching Andy Anderson.
I always knew people were calling it either rail stand or Primo, but did not know which one was right or what. Why or what.
And it is
Yeah, Andy!
industry, you guys, once and for all. It's crazy. Also, what I want you to know is what you know what you're witnessing, right? What you're witnessing is Andy Anderson is also a freestyle skateboarder. Okay, these guys are just freestylers. Andy's a freestyle street skater and a tranny. The only guy on the planet that can do that. Okay, it would be very similar to having Wayne Gretzky also be the best figure skater and the best goalie. That's how crazy this is. So what you're witnessing is skateboarding history, and he's Canadian.
Yeah! Yeah!
I thought there was no obstacles in freestyle.
That's
Bank freestyle. Hey, Andy, you can do hippie jumps, right? Oh, okay, so I got something for you. I was asked to do a little bit of a challenge since Jackalope is sponsored by Samsung. Oh, I thought I was going to lift this up with one hand. These were a lot heavier than I thought they would be.
And he'll help you. Oh, you're strong like boy.
Hey,
I love it. Boy,
So-
it's freaking steel.
I was asked if it was possible to
J'ai
do
parlé, il me
something
dit,
with this
mon sel est mort, c'est la fête à ma
since the
blonde.
amazing Jackalope saga.
Je donne ma batterie.
in conjunction with Samsung.
Ah, ok, c'est vrai, mon sel il va mourir de 4%.
Right?
Non, j'ai donné ma batterie.
And I had someone say, hey,
J'ai
you know
donné
what
ma
you're doing,
batterie,
you're
là, il
doing
fallait un
this
fil
awesome
d'iPhone,
thing,
donc j'ai été trouver un fil
And I
d'iPhone.
went, you mean
J'étais fucking
with
hype.
freestyle skateboarding?
Mais ouais, j'ai
there's no
4% sur mon
obstacles?
site de stream, fait que faut que j'aille dans
And then
mon
I'm
sac
like,
à
hey, wait a
dos,
minute,
chercher
there
une
is an old
batterie.
school trick that uses an obstacle.
Fuck.
And it's called a hippie
J'aime
jump,
pas ça, j'en ai
right?
pas.
This goes back to the roots of skateboarding.
J'en ai une dans
Well, if
le
anybody
sac
else
dans
here is
les
game
trucs à
too,
la
because
maison.
I can't do
À
hippie
maison.
jumps. I don't know if you
Non,
guys
mais
can, but
à
you're more than welcome to
l'hôtel.
try.
Ouais, pas dans le
Andy's
char.
going to attempt to do a hippie jump over the
I think this
Samsung
stream might
Galaxy
die soon, we're
Mini
on
Flip.
4%.
And I think they're going to give me a free coffee or something every time I say Samsung Mini Flip.
Cell phone switch.
Oh! The spread eagle.
I knew he was going to do something different than the regular hippie one, because he's Andy Anderson. Now,
Ah, skate nomade, il s'en vient. Fucking clean!
Samsung just got the best commercial.
Everybody's getting in on the action now. I think we're now turning our freestyle demo into a Samsung Galaxy Mini something contest.
That's going to go viral.
Andy, c'est un malade.
Il va la tête.
And you guys, it's not like